Pickle, it's time for Helpful Honda Mailbag Friday.
That was a lot of oof. The North Texas Honda dealers want to help you score some great deals on award-winning Hondas. Stop by your Helpful Honda dealer today or visit ntxhondadealers.com to learn more.
So if you've got questions about high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, college softball, get them in the comments.
Only Conference USA
Facebook,
college softball.
YouTube, Twitch.
We've been watching
all
some
the places.
some Fun Belt softball too, because Ish is pretty pumped about Texas State.
They're really good, right?
Yeah. Well, the Texas State baseball is really good. Like
Yeah.
they have a chance to really mess up some stuff in the College World Series. But the softball team definitely won yesterday.
By the way, I didn't mention it, but if you want to get the 2022 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football mailed to you before it's newsstands, go to texasfootball.com/subscribe. Makes a great gift. My kid's getting baptized tomorrow, so if you want to give him a baptism gift, texasfootball.com/subscribe.
This is true. He'll be
pay for the chicken salad sandwiches we'll have at my house.
Yeah.
So, texasfootball.com/subscribe. We send the magazine to press 2 weeks from today. That doesn't mean you'll have the magazine in 2 weeks.
No,
let's
be clear.
There's like a process of like printing it and shipping it and things like that. But if you go to texasfootball.com/subscribe, you will get it mailed before it hits newsstands to you. Do we have any questions, Pickle?
We sure do. How glad are you that the Allen news came out now instead of next week? This is a loaded question because I know where you were going with this.
Next week would have been okay.
Yeah.
Next week would have been okay.
Still not ideal in this time of the year for big news to break on like a Tuesday for us.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me issue a statement.
Yes.
I want to issue an official announcement from
PSA for all coaches, and I know where this is going.
Coaches.
Chill.
For the week of May 20th through May 27th, and let's even extend that a week, through June 3rd, okay? From now until June 3rd, y'all got to chill.
Do not leave.
I don't need you changing jobs. I don't need you getting fired. I don't need you changing all these things.
Can I push back on your thing for a second? Wouldn't it be better for them to switch jobs the last week of May when we still haven't sent to press yet than the week after May? It's the first 2 weeks of June that is really not fun.
I am concerned about accuracy, but that's not what my number one concern. It is my number one concern. What I mean is I'm concerned about accuracy, but there is in my heart, I've done this enough that when the magazine gets sent to press, if something happens the day after, you just go,
yeah, you really can't do anything about it.
Like, for example, the only thing, here's the one thing I always worry about. Not worry. Worry is the wrong word. But my deepest fear, if you want to know, as we're just giving out our deepest fears.
Okay.
My deepest fear is that somebody we put on the cover is going to get, like, arrested. Like somebody that we put on, like we put Jimbo Fisher on the cover in 2018, and like the day after we send to press,
this massive scandal
Jimbo
comes
Fisher
out,
gets fired for I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Something. We put Tom Herman on the cover, and the next day Tom Herman gets fired because he was drag racing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's especially heightening when we have one person on the cover. If you have like last year we had 4 people on the cover, that's a little bit more of a but if you have multiple people, it's still not fun. But if you only have one, then you're really sweating.
All right. Counterpoint to that. Counterpoint to that.
There is more room for mistake. Last
year I was not and I should be clear, whenever we do these things, like when we do like the recruiting cover, one of the things, we had Denver Harris on the cover of the magazine, stuff like that. And we decided to put Denver Harris on the cover. I called John Kay, and I at the head coach at North Shore, and I go, hey, is Denver Harris a good dude? Like, because I also one of the things I don't want to put some heel on the cover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so for example, last year with the 4 guys at A&M, I actually wasn't worried, and the reason why is because all 4 of those guys, they were like, I think I've told this story before. We'd gone to them with 4 names of guys we wanted to, and they came back and they said, we want to switch out X number of those guys to put these guys on there because they're on our defensive leadership council. So they were obviously voted on by the players as like guys who had their heads screwed on straight. And so I wasn't really particularly worried about Damani Richardson or Michael Clemens or DeMarvin Leal or Miles Price, getting into trouble. But that's one of my concerns. That's the one thing. So everybody's got to chill for at least a minute. Like, let's. But yes, to answer your question, very roundabout way. I'm glad it's happening now because I am writing the 6A preview today.
Yeah.
And it's like, great, I can fit that in. I don't have to go and edit it in a million places. What's next? There is also a chance, by the way, that they don't hire somebody by the time the magazine goes to press.
That was just another question. Yeah, it was like, so what happens if minutes before you send to press, Alan announces, well, then we can...
Minutes to go to press? We can change it.
We can change it.
A day after we go to press? No.
Yeah, it's going to say open.
It's just going to say open. And there's... I would say every year of 1252, no, heck, counting private schools, over 1,400.
It's like six.
There's about 6 schools that'll be open.
Because I always know when I'm doing the final reads, I'm always looking at the coaches' names and the mascot names are like 2 things in our super final reads that we like make sure that are absolutely correct. And I'll go through, and I think that I've probably checked probably about 5 or 6 every single year and been like, okay, no, this is actually open.
Can I tell you, I think I've told you this, I think I've almost certainly told this story before, because we've done 1,280 whatever shows of it. Did I ever tell you the story of the closest call we ever made of getting somebody in the magazine, getting a coaching change?
Mm-hmm.
It is 2015. 2015, I'm putting together the summer magazine.
Okay.
And there is a lot of smoke. It's the day we're sending the press.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of smoke that Cedar Park head coach Joe Willis is going to leave for Colleyville Heritage.
Step literally just said, make Tepper tell the Joe Willis story.
Joe Willis is going to leave Cedar Park to go to Colleyville Heritage. This is the day we're sending to press. Okay.
And those are two very notable teams.
Not only that, but Cedar Park was the reigning state runner-up the year before. Okay, they were a state runner-up. They 2014. They lost a title game.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say. So they are hot. Mm-hmm. They are highly rated, ranked, and
I'm sure there's quotes in the preview.
Joe Willis's name is all over that magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the magazine. But the day we go to press, and there's just a lot of smoke. It's one of the things of it's like what we heard about Chad Morris.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of smoke. Fire comes out today.
Coach,
fire's the wrong word.
To tell
Fire's
us.
the wrong word. He wasn't fired. He resigned. So I called Joe Willis, or I text Joe Willis.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Coach, I promise you I won't tell anybody. I won't even tell my wife. The magazine's not coming out for 3 weeks. We just got to get it printed. But can you please confirm or deny this for me? And he was nice enough at we sent the magazine press at 4 p.m. 2 o'clock, he texted me back, and he was nice enough to confirm it for me, which gave me 2 hours to scramble and figure things out. So that was one. The other one, and this is a much worse one, but it came at the same time, was 2015, was the Art Briles thing. And remember, that came down in May, too.
Mm-hmm.
That came down, when was he fired? May 26th.
Yep.
May 26th, he got fired. And so if you think Joe Willis is all over that magazine.
Oh, yeah. This is a whole college head coach.
How about the head coach of the Big 12 co-champions,
mm-hmm.
the Cotton Bowl, they go to they lose to Michigan State
mm-hmm.
in the Cotton Bowl. The head coach gets fired, and we have to scramble and change everything. I remember when that came down because it was a Monday, I want to say, and we sent the magazine to press on Friday. I sat down with a pad of paper, and I just wrote down all the places that I think Art Briles' name might be. Just might be. And I just checked the whole thing. Because it's not one, I guess you should know, it's not like one document. It's scattered into about 140 different documents.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to go and check each one and make sure. I don't think his name got in there, at least not in the context of, it got in there because we explained what happened, but yeah. So anyway, 2015 was a nightmare. What's next? Let's do one more. Or 2 more.
All right.
Or 0 more.
We'll do 2 more.
Okay.
Which high school mascot would you change? The example was Kermit to the Frogs, which is what we've kind of said. Lano to the Llamas. I've always said that, and I'm sticking to it.
Lano Llamas.
Spit 'em.
Do that again? Are there Yellow Jackets Now, I have a question. Are you? I think you told me this. Your middle school, are they the
Daubers.
Daubers?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
That's cool. I like that.
fundamentally is dumb because if you
Here
know
we
anything
go.
about mud daubers, they don't sting. They can't sting anyone. Mud daubers do not sting. So it's really kind of not intimidating. Also, they're the orange yellow jackets. So this is all just
But
a
you know why they're
cluster.
yellow jackets? Why they're orange?
Hmm.
They turn orange when they're angry.
Eh.
Did you not know this?
No, I
That's
do.
why Rockwell's the orange yellow jackets
No,
too.
I know, but that's just like we didn't want to be yellow, so
I don't think that's true. What would I change? I don't know.
Kermit to the Frogs is always
Kermit
a good
the
one.
Frog is obviously that's an obvious one. A lot of them, like the ones that we really love, have leaned in. Right,
Mhm.
Winters had no choice.
Yeah.
They had to be.
Frost polar bears,
yeah,
fantastic.
Italy had to be the Gladiators.
Yeah.
Things like that. So those teams are very.
They're in our good graces.
They're in there. Yeah. Good job to them. Franklin could be the Turtles.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to get too
Turtles.
too crazy here, but there's got that. I don't know. One of the things that I think is strange. Okay.
We have talked about mascots that we need more
All right.
of.
All right. Let me put a school on blast.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
do it to
Put a
them.
school on blast. There's a new private school that is
Mhm.
launching this year. They're a 6-man independent school. It's called Fort Worth Bethesda. Shout out to Coach
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Okay.
Shout out to Coach, who I've been in contact with, and I had to call him this week. Coach JT Sheehan.
Okay.
Called him. He turns in his questionnaire, and for Fort Worth Bethesda, and they are the ambassadors, and I'm like, oh, that rules.
That is pretty sick.
That's, I believe, the first ambassadors. Private school's got some
Interesting.
fun, weird ones.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of Crusaders and a lot of Eagles,
Mhm.
but and a lot of Warriors, ton of Warriors.
Yep.
But they've got some good ones too. San Antonio Central Catholic, the Buttons, things like that. Anyway, but they're the ambassadors. I'm like, oh.
The Alan Aardvarks. I love it.
Zephyr should be the Zebras. Or Zapata should be the Zebras, one of them.
Yeah.
You guys have to pick. You have two Z schools.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Zebras.
But I call Coach Sheehan because I need to know where to put him in the magazine. Like, have you been listening? And he tells me, hey, we're TAPS Division 3. We're going to play independent. I go, cool. I'm going to put you in 6-man independent. He says, that's great. He goes, also, I need to let you know, we're no longer the ambassadors. We
No.
changed our mascot to the Lions. We had a vote. And we're the Lions now." And I'm
No.
like,
Come on. Why?
I'm mad. I'm real mad.
Why?
Don't put in the paper that I was mad, but I'm mad. Ambassadors, it's awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. I don't know. That I heard that and it hurt my heart.
I just.
Yeah. So.
That stinks.
Yeah.
Boo.
Alan Aardvarks. Okay.
Or like the anteaters.
We do need anteaters.
We
don't have
need-
any, how many
yeah.
anteaters? You know
And
what?
then they could someone whoever's in Progresso's district should change theirs to the anteaters.
Now that
just
would
for
be
the bit.
trolling. I love it.
Progresso's the red ants for anyone who doesn't know.
Okay, and this is nothing about nothing. Can I also put out one other thing?
Okay. Air your grievances.
I'm airing my grievances by disconnecting my headphones, so I can't listen to you, which is all the better for me.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you just have to scream. Can I just say, I think it's a little bit weird that there's only one Aggies.
No. We don't need any. Realistically speaking, I mean, that's just like people. There's quite a few schools that are the Longhorns, and they're actually burnt orange, or they're not burnt orange, but they're a shade of orange, and it's like, no.
I think it's weird. I think that in a state that is pretty clearly divided along, like obviously there are fans of other programs, but like, you know, Aggies and Longhorns are the two.
I don't think that
flagship
A&M would
programs of the
want
state.
it to be that way, to be quite honest with you.
But like, it's only Poteet. Only
Yeah.
Poteet is the Aggies. And I remember reading that today, like this week, and I was like, man, that's bizarre. Like, there needs to be more. It just seems like there should be more Aggies.
Yeah.
I mean, there's multiple. I'm fairly certain. Let me make sure I get this right. I'm fairly certain there's multiple Red Raiders.
Really? Or are they just
there's-
Raiders? I mean, the Denton Ryan Raiders.
There's multiple Raiders.
They happen to be red, but I don't think anyone.
There's two. Winsboro and Tyler Lee are both the Red Raiders.
Okay.
It's just multiple Red Raiders. Obviously, a lot of Bears. Obviously, a lot of Owls.
Yeah.
No Mean Green. But there's Eagles. A lot of Eagles, obviously.
But that's why we're the Mean Green. It
Mustangs.
separates.
No Miners.
No.
No Miners. A lot of Bobcats.
A lot of Bobcats.
Who am I missing? No Horned Frogs. But there are frogs.
That's
There's
near the
bullfrogs.
Mustangs. Yeah.
Lake
Which
Worth's
is
a bullfrog.
outstanding. Yeah, Lake Worth.
It's excellent. Yeah.
Another one that's in the good graces is the Mesquite Skeeters.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Excellent stuff.
And then
Last
the
one,
final one,
Ender.
if you could have someone narrate your life, whom would it be?
Pickle. You're my answer.
Oh. Nice.
I think it would be.
Let me tell you about this guy.
You make me laugh. Like, things that you say and the way that you say them. Like, I feel like I'll be constantly entertained. Or, another buddy of ours,
Gabe Brooks.
Gabe Brooks. All hell. Tepper's at it again. That's not a good Gabe Brooks impression.
This guy.
But, yeah. Gabe Brooks.
That's a good one.
Craig would be good.
Oh, Craig would be fantastic.
Craig
would make me seem way more important than I am. Like, that would be my concern. Of like, Craig, it would make me feel.
She switched the camera to make sure that Tepper was centered up.
Exactly.
You
And
know?
it would be like, it ain't got to be like that.
No, it ain't got to be like that. Yeah, I don't know. Or Gilbert Gottfried, R.I.P.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy would be good.
I think that he does a fantastic job on voiceover work, and I think he has an unbelievable range of being able to make you laugh, like, instantly.
This is a Shrek commentary, isn't it?
Donkey. That's a nice boulder. I like that boulder. I love Eddie Murphy. I think that he's so funny. I really do. And I think that a lot of people have a hard time translating their funniness to just voice work. And he hits it. But he can also do serious. Like, if there were times in my life that it needed to be a serious, I feel like he could also do it.
It would also be weird if, like, Marge Simpson was doing my voice.
Yeah, I feel like Homer has to do.
Yesterday was his birthday. Did you know that?
Oh,
Turned
nice.
66, according to the driver's license that was screenshotted in one episode of season 1. We're sick.